What's up, guys? It's Mateo from iQuit-Smoking.com. Look where I am today. I am so grateful and I feel so blessed to be able to experience the joy of coming out to a place like this every week. I want to talk about the benefits of quitting smoking. Surely there has to be some, right? Well, obviously, the number one benefit of quitting smoking is that you don't have that nagging withdrawal feeling in the back of your throat every 30 minutes all day long. That clawing sensation, something just wants to claw its way out. That's what nicotine withdrawal is like. And that's the biggest benefit of when you quit, is that you don't feel that. Your car will smell good and you won't have any cigarette butts in the ceiling anymore. How many of you have a burnt hole in the ceiling of your car? I bet most of you who are smokers have about 3 to 5. The roof of one of my cars was just told one time because there were just so many cigarette burnt holes. It was like a spider web. You won't have that heaping pile of lighters stashed in the junk drawer of your house. When I quit smoking, or I was attempting to quit smoking, I would throw lighters out all the time. I'd throw my cigarettes out and my lighter, and I would wake up the next day starting fresh. But then I would relapse and I'd buy a lighter, and then I'd buy a lighter, and then I'd buy a lighter. And sooner or later, I had about 30 lighters in the junk drawer of my house. You can forget about making new ashtrays too. How many of you use like a special glass or punch bowl or some sort of dish that you wouldn't normally be used as an ashtray, but because you were so desperate to smoke, you decided to use it? How many of you have something special like that that you used because you were a smoker and you wanted to smoke? I mean, I was using this souvenir punch bowl that I got from my job. Normally you would put like a big margarita in it, but instead I was putting cigarette butts and burning the bottom of it. You're kissable again. That's a huge one. How many of you non-smokers out there kiss a smoker and feel absolutely disgusted by it? I personally don't think it's that big of a deal in my personal life, but I can totally understand why the vast majority of you non-smokers, when you kiss a smoker, it's disgusting. You know, and then there's the whole needing a pack of gum or mints or toothpicks or like any of those minty things that you put in your mouth after you quit smoking. You can save hundreds of dollars by doing that. Just think of how much junk you buy to cover up your smoking. Gum, mints, breath strips, breath spray. Alcohol, that's a big one. Yeah, let's talk about alcohol for a second. One of the biggest benefits of quitting smoking is that you no longer have to take that cigarette break at a bar away from your friends or even away from yourself if you're sitting at a non-smoking bar. Now you don't have to do that, and it is quite liberating. You never think about going outside. I've quit smoking for 3.5 years now, and not even once does it cross my mind that I should go outside to smoke. I can drink freely at a bar and not think about smoking once. Oh yeah, and your clothes don't smell either. How many of you smokers out there smoke indoors, smoke in your bedroom, and get it all over your clothes in the closet? I certainly did, because I didn't have a patio or a porch that was very, desirable to smoke at, so I smoked inside. And even if I had just done the laundry, I was smoking and covering my new washed clothes with smoke, and the whole closet would just stink. I've even gone to work without having a cigarette, and someone came up to me and asked me if I had just smoked outside. That's crazy. And I was so embarrassed that I went straight up to the bathroom and I patted myself down with soapy water, and of course I would dry myself because I wanted to get rid of that stench that everyone was smelling, except me, because when I was a smoker, you don't smell smoke on your clothes, but you can guarantee that everybody else does. Think of how much money you'll save too. Cigarettes these days are like $6 a pack. You multiply that by 7 days a week, and that's like 45 bucks. That's about $200 a month. Times 12 is $2,400 a year you're spending on just smoking, not including the gums and the mints and the soda and the chips and the alcohol and whatever else you do besides buying cigarettes. $2,400 if you're a pack-a-day smoker right off the bat. I mean, it adds up. It might not add up to you on a daily basis because you're just spending $6 as if it was, Starbucks or something like that. But once you quit and you actually have an envelope set aside and you put that $6 in there every day and you get a habit of doing that, you'll see how quickly that adds up. It's amazing. And once you do finally quit smoking, that $200 that you were spending on cigarettes, you can put towards something better. Like $200 a month could be, the electric bill, or the water bill, or the cable bill, or maybe some of your health insurance. It could be put to much better use than spending it on cigarettes. You'll have energy through the roof, that I can guarantee you. When I was a smoker, I didn't really want to go to the gym. I had a membership to the gym, but even if I did go, it would be short-lived because sooner or later while at the gym, like doing whatever, I would start to want a cigarette, and so I would cut my workout short just to go and smoke. I mean, this is absolutely true. Instead of spending an hour at the gym, I would spend a half an hour, because at that 30-minute mark, I would be like, ooh, I could, quit in 5 minutes and then go smoke. And so the vast majority of the time, that's exactly what I did. So yeah, your energy goes through the roof when you quit smoking. You wake up earlier, you wake up refreshed, you wake up energetic and happy and wanting to do whatever it is in that day. Especially at the beginning, there's just this extreme rush every single day. You just jump out of bed and you're so excited because you quit smoking, and you're gonna do this and you're gonna do this and you're gonna mow the lawn, you're gonna go to the beach and you're gonna grill out, and you have all these things that you now have the energy for, because when you're a smoker, you just feel like bleh most of the time. It's true though. I mean, if you go without smoking for a while and then you relapse and you have that one cigarette, even the first drag of that relapse, you could be like, I quit smoking, or I'm about to smoke now. It's been like 10 days. And you take that first drag and you go from to why did I do that? Now I have to smoke. And you just feel awful. You'll have less stuff in your pockets too. I mean, every smoker has a pack of cigarettes in their pants, plus a lighter. That's a lot of stuff. I don't have that much stuff in my pockets anymore. I carry everything in a backpack. But when you're a smoker, your front pocket, one of them is automatically full all the time. And I also think that at the end of the day, people will respect you more if you successfully quit smoking. Because, like when I was relapsing over and over and over, it became a joke to everyone. Oh, Mateo's trying to quit smoking. See you tomorrow. And it would be the truth. It would be the absolute truth for hundreds of times until I actually succeeded. And now that it's been 3.5 years, people are more keen to saying congratulations or good job. I knew you could do it. Stuff like that. Because it's hard. I mean, it is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life is quit smoking. I mean, the last attempt at it was pretty easy, but I'm saying the process of quitting smoking wasn't just the very last attempt. It was from the very beginning, from the first relapse all the way to number 300. That's quitting smoking. It's not just that last attempt, it's the whole process. And so it was years and years and years for me. I think I always had it in my head that I would quit smoking at the age of 30, but the last attempt, the successful attempt, I was 38. So I was basically in the mindset of quitting smoking for 8 whole years. Before I was 30, I would just smoke and I wouldn't think about quitting because I wasn't ready and it wasn't a thought in my mind. But once I hit 30, I was in the mindset of, yeah, I have to stop this, I have to make an attempt, and that's when the whole process started. And a huge benefit of quitting smoking is that you simply have more time in the day. When you're smoking a cigarette, that's 7 minutes of your life that you're just sitting there puffing away. If you do that 20 times a day, you are smoking basically 3 hours of the time that you're awake is devoted to smoking. If you smoke more than a pack and a half, well, it's probably like 4 hours of your day. You multiply that by 7 days a week, by 4 weeks in a month, by 12 months in a year, and you are wasting a lot of time smoking cigarettes. When you finally quit smoking, you have all that time back. You have that extra 4 hours in a day that before you were chain smoking that 4 hours away. Now that you don't, it's like, what do I do with myself? There's so much to do. At the beginning, you kind of freak out and you sleep a lot or you eat a lot or stuff like that. But as time goes on, you just have all this time to do so many more things that you personally enjoy. It's amazing. Yeah, time is a big one, and this doesn't go just for smoking. It goes for any drug, alcohol, weed, heroin, coke, whatever. When you're doing those drugs, you're taking time out of your life to do them. And if you're doing them a lot, well, that's a lot of time out of your life. When you quit, you suddenly have more freedom to do things that you originally would have done had you never done those drugs in the first place. So yeah, it's exciting at the beginning, because once you get that first couple days under your belt and you're like, wow, I didn't smoke, I haven't done that in 5 years, and then the second day comes along and you're like, oh my God, am I doing this? Is this reality? Is this really happening? And the days start to build up and you make it through a tragedy, whether it's good or bad, and you don't smoke and you congratulate yourself for that and you're feeling awesome after that. And then you hit the 1 month mark and you feel like a completely different person with a new perspective on life. I mean, the benefits are unendless. This just scrapes the very, very bottom surface. This is just a smidgen compared to the probably millions of benefits of quitting smoking that there actually are. So join me in quitting smoking, and you too will reap the benefits of quitting smoking every day of your life. Your life will be amazing. I can guarantee it. Have an awesome rest of the day, everyone, and I will see you all next time.